Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On play action, here's Tua. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. They fake the handoff, now Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Now Jackson on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And this one is incomplete. The Ravens at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now it's Jackson. Yet again, targeting and fighting Mark Andrews. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
Jackson's going to try the sneak, and he is going to have a Ravens 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
But when it's 4th and inches, shouldn't you pick up the 1st down? I mean, shouldn't you go for it? I mean, if you can't get inches, right, why are you playing?
And on inches, that's your favorite play, right? Don't mess with handing it off. Just go ahead and get the surge and go right up the gut.
Exactly. Create that. Just a little bit of space should get it done. You're almost able to take the snap, just fall down and pick it up. They got it there.
Jerome Baker there on the tackle. This defense for the Dolphins, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked up, the ball comes out, and the offense is going to get the ball back. After all that, heck, it'll be a first down. And the Dolphins are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception. Too loose with a football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. Calais Campbell on the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Running the counter with Mostert. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Thomas Morstead on that to put it away on 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at about the 14. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Walker now on 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Extra receivers don't spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 23 yards the pickup there. No score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Jackson now. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed, and his elusiveness, and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep, and this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. On play action, they'll throw. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. John Ross, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Igbenogany elects not to return. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards on the play.
First down catch there by Jalen Waddle. What a promising debut for the 6th overall pick in the 2021 draft. Led all rookies with 104 receptions, mainly catching passes from his college teammate, Tua Tagovailoa.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
On the set.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ready.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Mostert. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. That's out to Hill, right side complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill His second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
And Walker's somebody who just impresses you every time he steps on the field. He's a guy who was the Walter Camp and Doak Walker Award winner his final collegiate season behind a 1,600-yard campaign. 300 carries or more, that wouldn't be unexpected in his first season in the NFL.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Jackson. Repeated the last play, finding Walker. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson going deep downfield for Ross. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. John Ross with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Ravens will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Come on, set.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And Wilson with it, complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So one play and they're already... Play action, now it's Tua. Got a man, that's Trent Sherfield. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Sanders now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Well, he certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he's got room. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 16 yards. A little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. On the counter, it's Walker. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The 20. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 35.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Walker once more. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Ken Walker, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Tucker now to add the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 72 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Tua now on first down. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Tua. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Tua to throw again. Got a man here, it's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Tua's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And the Dolphins are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Ready up.
Here's Mostert. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. Back now in Baltimore. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. Mostert. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. An incompletion there on 4th and goal from the 3. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Jackson from the shotgun. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down at the 2-yard line. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that's a nice tackle there by the safety, but in truth, he's really playing linebacker because he's lined up so close to the line of scrimmage. He's able to read and react with force and make the play behind the line.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the press, and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. So 1st and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal, and then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker after run over to his head coach and explain that one.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. On that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Jackson. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, Charles, as a defender yourself who made a few of those plays back in your day, I know you know there's no better feeling than a pick 6 for a defender.
And the big thing is when you take it and you realize you're out there and you've got a great chance to score, not to get overexcited and have one of the yard lines trip you up, or the turf monster, as we used to call it, knock you down before you get to the end zone. That didn't happen on that play. He carried it home.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defense.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. 82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Yellow, one, switch, yellow. Opposite, green, blue, check. Pause, red. Red, cycle. Field, black. Black, ultra.
On 2nd down, Mostert calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll run with Mostert. And he pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Sanders' kick is good, and with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Now Jackson. Connecting with Andrews. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Jackson fighting his tight end Andrews for the Ravens' first down.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Here's Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Jackson to throw. And he'll just get rid of it. Maybe some temptation here to try to go for the win, but I think you got to kick the field goal.
I agree totally. When you look at the time left on the clock, that's not a spot where you take the gamble. Go ahead and kick the field goal here and take it from there.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime ruling. So it's the Dolphins who are going to get the football first here as we are back underway now in overtime. Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I cannot imagine how these players and coaches feel, Charles. My palms sweating up here in the booth now as we go to the third drive of overtime. And as we know from here on out, any points win this football game.
I'll throw you a towel as well, partner. I've got one for myself, but let's face it, our nerves, our pressure, nothing compared to what's going on that field. Both of the field goal kickers active here early. Can one of them become the hero and end this thing?
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 103 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. First throw of the OT session for Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The temptation to go for it probably there always is, especially in overtime. Gotta punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here, but you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Straight ahead, Walker. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to Walker on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Here's Walker. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. So it's a win here for the Ravens, and it was just too much for Lamar Jackson. He really played well.
Yeah, what struck me was how composed he was in the pocket. The numbers weren't spectacular. He had 2 touchdown passes, that's it. But he led his guys on some important drives when they needed it most, and they're going to come away with the victory.
So for Baltimore, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Miami, they'll fall to 1-1. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills.